Welcome to ABA 10 Talk, a rapid-fire conversation with members of American Business Associates. I'm Ellen Volpe, and my guest today is Dana Barash Robinson of Spacial Serenity. Hi, Dana.
Hi, Ellen.
We find ourselves in this unique situation. The first question that I want to ask you is, what inspired you to start Spacial Serenity?
Well, I got a degree in human services, which is a therapeutic counseling degree, and I always wanted to use that degree. And so I started working with a young girl with a disability, and I was creating systems for her, functional systems, so that she could do things on her own without me. And as I was working with her, I realized, oh my God, I'm helping someone severely disabled. I could probably help the whole population. And so then I heard Wayne Dyer say, take your passion and your gift and share it with the world, and abundance will come. And so I created Spacial Serenity.
That's a great story. What do you wish that people understood about their environment? What do you observe in terms of human nature? What challenges people?
Yeah, I wish that people would understand that their space creates their destiny. Because when you are having struggles, if you look around, you probably have blocks within your space. If you're flourishing, you probably have this great system, you're very functional, everything's where it should be. And that ability to have clarity within your brain is open because your space is open.
Right. In terms of people who hoard things.
Collectors?
Collectors. Oh, that's good. I like that. Oh, God, I feel better. Actually, you know my space. I have my great aunts. I have my grandmothers. I have my mothers. I have my fathers. I have my sons.
You have Gene's sons.
Everybody's stuff. But I think that we do collect things. How is it that you go about helping people sort of unclutter and create that space that you just spoke about?
Yeah, so that's a great question. And I find that people have a tendency and a hard time to let go, especially when it's based on guilt or shame. And so I try to eliminate the negative things that people are holding on to. Maybe they're holding on to their divorce papers and they've been divorced for over 20 years. There's no need for that. I try to help people let go of things that have a negative connotation. When they look at it, they get sad or upset. There's no need for that in their space.
What are some of the sort of the techniques that you use for people? Can you elaborate on what that might look like?
Yeah. One of the best techniques that I think I teach my clients is boundaries and rotation. When you're moving about in life, you're not always going to be able to get organized immediately or keep these systems in place. There's always a system for a system. And so even me as an organizer, I have a box. And it's not just a junk box. It's a things I need to get to box. But it's a small box. It's quite small. And it's my boundary. And if it ever gets to a certain amount, I feel the pressure and I know I got to start moving on it, and I force myself time. So those boundaries are really important. And rotation. Of course, everybody knows the rule, one in, one out, but it's not only that. It's items, for instance, even with sweatshirts or mugs, right? The mugs in the back never get used. So in my house, we rotate the mugs. And you start to see what you're always picking and what you're not picking. And you could easily start to get rid of things that you're not picking. You could do that with clothing. You could do that with books. You could do that with anything. You want to surround yourself with the things that you're always picking.
Right. I understand that. If I go to one more trade show and get one more water bottle, although I must say that we recently went to the Libby trade show, and Gene brought home yet another one, and I said to him, "You should have gotten two." But at any rate, what is it that you do in your free time? What are some of the things that you like to do?
Well, we live in Long Beach, so love to go to the beach and walk the boardwalk. I've been playing sports my whole life, and so 6 years ago, in 2016, I found CrossFit, and I love it, and so I do that. I do lymphatic drainage and, meditation. I support young women, and I mentor a lot of young women in my free time. And I don't know, I love to smile, make phone calls, write cards,
Take care of people.
Yes, I love people.
In general.
And myself included.
Right. But, I mean, your business speaks to helping people understand how just to be more productive and have more space around themselves and what that means. I know that you have a lot of resources to help people with the clutter, whether they're collections or their clothing or however we slice and dice those things that we are collecting.
Right.
How have you decided what makes you choose a resource over others?
Well, when we're talking about, for instance, let's just talk about a tag sale or someone moving like that. There are different levels of stuff. Some people who have been collecting have like very expensive art and jewelry, antiques. So I have specific people who are totally into that. When we're talking about different cleaning companies, let's for instance say something like that, right? When someone's post-move and they have a lot of stuff, I have a corporate cleaning company that comes in and does like heavy duty cleaning versus the mom and pops like regular weekly cleaning company. So you kind of choose based on situation.
Right. That sort of makes sense. The other thing that comes to my mind is that so many of us are taking care of elderly people, and sometimes, obviously, they pass away. What is the role that you can play in those situations where there's a whole house full of things and the people are gone?
Yeah. I kind of become the family member that wants to take care of that and is educated enough to take care of that and is efficient enough in a small timeline to handle it properly.
Right.
There's just so many factors that go into that.
Right.
And so there's the decluttering, and then there's the removal of the items that the family wants, and then there's the staging for the sale, not the house sale, but the actual item sale, and then there's the clean out, and there's just so many things.
Yeah, it's not as simple as just getting rid of stuff.
Get a dumpster. I mean, you could, but I'm really into reusing items. I don't want to add to,
the landfills.
Our landfills or anything like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If people want to get in touch with you, how would they do it?
Please call me or text me. I'm old-fashioned. You can call me 917-566-4281.
And your email?
Yes, dbarash@spacialserenity.com.
That's great. That's great. We know each other for a long time. Yeah. And I've watched you develop this business in such a great way, really. I love your systems and what it is you actually do for people, because it is, you can breathe after the fact. So it's fantastic. If you've enjoyed the conversation with Dana Barash Robinson today, and you'd like to learn more about other ABA members and to watch more other Tent Talks, please be sure to visit us at abanetworking.com. and thanks for joining us today. Dana, thanks for coming.
Thank you, Ellen.